definitely all the way topped off, and you can see the authenticity of the used fluid. Let's see how well we can get this thing poured in, because that funnel, you see that? It's asking to come out. We gotta go kind of slow. Oh yeah, it's real oil, my friends. It's not watered down. Wonder if I can get any reactions. People looking at me like I'm crazy. This is the hood, bro. Five quarts of used 540. All right, folks, I've been getting it up to temperature, taking it around the block. You see the fuel lights on. It says 30 miles to empty. It's a peppy little car, stage 2. We're here at the fueling station. Everything seems perfectly fine so far. I just took it one block down the road and pulled over just to get enough to where I was sure that some fuel's mixing. So far, everything's perfectly fine. We're gonna figure out if we can get her to stutter, though. This might be a perfect recycling method, because I don't see anything wrong with that exhaust. I mean, I care about the environment more than the next guy, and if you got a catalytic converter, you might as well put it to work. All right. Stuck behind a Hyundai. Here we go. Little G. We're doing good. We got power. We got upper cylinder lubrication. Uh-oh, there we go. We're running bad. We're running real bad. We're getting misfires. Hope I don't stall. I gotta get going. Whoa. Uh-oh. We're not so happy anymore. I'm about to head home. Whoa. Uh-oh. Yeah, my engine, it's not happy at all. We heading straight home. I don't want to have to get an Uber. Let me try to put together a little bit of a story. This is going to be the update, because this is pretty interesting, you know? I put 1 full gallon plus 1 full quart. That's 5 quarts of oil in my gas tank. Used oil. And the check engine light came on after I was just sitting here idling. Look at the fuel level. I topped off the fuel all the way. So it did not take much fuel for that check engine light to come on. Now, unfortunately, everything's not perfect. I did have a cylinder 4 misfire that would come up and create a check engine light. Whenever I did hard pulls, it started doing that a few months back, and it was so rare that I never did anything other than spark plug and a coil. I already know that the valves are not the issue. At least I think that, because it's a brand new cylinder head on this one. So it only has about 30,000 miles. It could be carbon, but I seriously doubt it. I've been driving this one really hard, so anything's up, but I never changed the fuel injector yet, and I believe it's a fuel injector. Anyway, I do have a cylinder 4 misfire, so, but it's not, here we go. What I have now is a 2187 lean at idle. So I never had that before. But now that I have the whole 5 quarts of used oil in my gas, I'm lean off idle as well. So all just cylinder 4 misfire, and then 2 different lean off idle, 2 different 2177 and 2187, both lean off idle. Well, the 2187 is it says lean at idle bank 1, so that's just a general, because it only has 1 bank, because it's an inline 4. So we're just lean, folks. We're off idle and we're regular lean. Anyway, I'll give you an update if anything changes, but it's running good. That's a full rev, although, I mean, it's no choppiness at idle, and it's driving good too. Running a little lumpy. You want to take a look at it? See, it comes on and goes off. It's let's give it a rev. Uh-oh. Let's give it a rev. Uh-oh. Well, I just broke it. It's completely broken. Wow. I hope I get some good content out of this thing, because is it gonna start up? Nope. Well, I'm glad I was recording it when I revved it, because I had no idea it was gonna break, and I just completely destroyed my engine. It went. Seems like it wants to start. Something. If it can get me home, I mean, that would be awesome. Okay, we're gonna. That's disappointing. We're gonna have to tow it home. That cylinder head only had about 35,000 miles on it. I was not expecting to break that engine. It is locked up. I'm gonna have to get an Uber home. I just went to get myself a Dinky Donuts coffee. I was in the parking lot when the check engine light started flashing. I did a cold start, but my phone was dead. And I thought, oh, well, it'll have a much better cold start here in the next day and a half or so, because it's getting ready to get down to like 5 degrees. So I waited for the cold start video, but you won't get a cold start video now because the used oil change in the gas tank did the engine in. We're gonna take it apart and find out what exactly happened. But it did have an oil pressure issue before, but I think it was a fake oil pressure issue because the thing was running perfect. And the oil pressure light was not on, if you check my videos, at all. With all of my testing. The oil pressure light was a previous concern that had remedied itself, but I was still going to take it apart just to make sure. But now I have to take it apart to just look at destruction. Completely locked up. Will not turn the engine over anymore. Tell me what you think in the comments is broke, based on the noise that you heard, based on what I did to the engine. Tell me what you think you're gonna find. I'm fixing to tow this thing home. It's gonna sit for maybe 1 or 2 months before I get to it. We'll get to it as soon as I can. I know this one's gonna be fun for a lot of my viewers. Not so fun for my own pocketbook, but these are the risks that I'm willing to take for entertainment purposes for my YouTube viewers. So we're gonna find out together what happened. Until then, it's horrible conditions outside. It's sleeting, it's cold, it's windy. I gotta get this thing towed home. I gotta get an Uber home. I gotta come back with the truck and trailer. It's a whole ordeal just for you, just for you. So you get to see what happens